the stock market, meaning companies' new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving.
The show goes on.
Nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the Internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, the no bullshit approach to all financial markets from Bitcoin, darknets, NFTs, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. Today on Market Mania, we will get to the bag as we haven't done in a few days. Disney helping to destroy AMC's hopes. FTX Arena coming to a Miami near you. Pro Football Hall of Fame NFTs, that's probably another top signal. And top story, BTC will be outlawed, according to Ray Dalio. Tony, the producer, jumping in right at the beginning. Here is a bearish, here is a tear. That's crazy. What did Ray say about this?
Well, he's referring to the moment when gold was outlawed in the U.S., and the reason that gold was outlawed was because the government likes to be able to control the monetary supply. The monetary policy really is the operating system upon which all other systems run. And so you can imagine that they'd want to be the primary controllers of that. BTC strips them of the ability to control monetary supply, and this really is the source of all of government's power. I mean, think about it. Every time they need a new aircraft carrier, want to launch a new war, want to build another bridge to nowhere, they don't collect taxes to do it. They just print money, and they use monetary policy to achieve their goals. We're stripping them of that power, and Ray Dalio sees correctly that this is a threat to their power, and they'll stop at nothing. But my question is, Mycon, is it even possible to outlaw BTC? I mean, you can say it's illegal, but doesn't that just cause capital flight out of your country? I feel like BTC is here to stay. What do you think?
You know, this has been theorized since the very beginning. I remember 10 years ago, the boys on Bitcoin Talk, we were all talking about, okay, so people, we essentially thought, okay, governments are going to ban this. This is going to get banned. It's too good. And even before it really took off, we were thinking, okay, yeah, people are going to ban it, but then what are you going to do? Are you going to shut down Bitcoin nodes? Are you going to shut down miners? Well, that doesn't really ban it. If you can just find a Tor exit node anywhere, you could make a transaction or receive a transaction. So I've always sort of thought that if or when a country really goes into ban it, it's going to strengthen it. It's going to say, people are going to say, well, no, wait, I need to use this. And now enough normies are involved that they're like, no, that's bullshit. This is going to, I think, sort of create the rebels, if you will.
Well, this article goes on to talk a little bit about India and China's attempts to ban Bitcoin. I know India was also trying to ban gold as a medium of exchange, and we saw gold bars shaped into the size of someone's anus, so they can shove it up their ass and smuggle it out of the country. I tell you what, you can fit a lot more Bitcoin up your ass. Take it from me. So I just don't see this warning having a lot of legs, but there could be some rough seas for BTC holders in the mid to near term.
I mean, China has tried to ban Bitcoin like 20 times, and it usually pumps after that. There was a joke, like, can China please, like, Bitcoin was struggling for a while, and they're like, can China please ban it again so it'll pump back up? So, so far the market's been quite resilient to any kind of government intervention.
One of the coolest parts about Bitcoin and all crypto is that you can have, if you're traveling and you're making the quick escape, you're escaping some totalitarian or authoritarian government that's really fucking with you, then you could make a brain wallet. It's not a great way for long-term storage, but you can just walk across a border with enough information in your brain to regenerate a wallet on the other side. So this is not something that is going to be easily banned.
I agree. I think it's Pandora's box, but I'm going to let you talk about another type of crypto they probably won't be able to make illegal, NFTs.
NFTs, Pro Football Hall of Fame NFTs. Brett, what the hell is happening? Did they look at Gronk and they need to get in on it?
Yeah, well, so, I mean, in my opinion, Gronk, that was just a total cash grab. Interestingly enough, Bryson DeChambeau, top golfer, had a total disaster of an NFT sale yesterday. No one was buying them. He had to keep lowering the price. That was another thing that looked very much like a cash grab. This is a little more interesting. So this is the Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment Company. I'm not quite sure exactly what they do, other than they are in Canton, Ohio. They are part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They're publicly traded, and they signed a deal with this company, Dolphin Entertainment, which looks like a pretty new marketing type of company. They don't have a ton of NFT experience, but they're doing a Heisman to Hall set of NFTs is what they're doing first, which is Heisman Trophy winners that ended up in the Hall of Fame. And I think there'll be like a decent demand for those digital collectibles. Those are pretty like great athletes. If you were the Heisman, you were the best player in college, and then a Hall of Fame pro guy, I think that people will, if they do it right, this could go a lot of ways, but I think the upside is there for this to be maybe not on Top Shots level, but like something that is actually not just a total cash grab. So the market, these companies both just went totally nuts today.
That's pretty cool that it's a publicly traded company too. This NFT, yeah. See, this is kind of crazy too, just because if you were really just tuned in to the crypto space in 17 or before, then you saw the first round of, and even really back to 14, 15, you saw the first round of NFTs, and there wasn't much. There wasn't the craze that you see today. It was just people experimenting. And now, after Top Shot, I think, then the NFT, but the boom happened, and now you have people that are running for the cash grabs, but it also opened up a new space. If somebody makes something fun with this, if that actually is a good product, then I think there's space here, and we have yet to see we have yet to see something that I think is on Top Shot's level, or on, or maybe legitimizing this art thing a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see if a public
Top
company
Shot's fairly centralized at this point. So like there's the NFT purists are going to say they're not real NFTs or whatever. It's on their roadmap to sort of let free those out into the universe. And also I think they needed that sort of hybrid centralization model to secure the NBA partnership. Like it only works if you have the official backing of the NBA, and they're not just going to go with some decentralized purists dream of what an NFT should be.
I resemble that remark, but I agree with you. In a marketplace setting, they're taking USDs taking a credit card for an NFT. I think was certainly important to get the normies involved. As much as I hate it, I think it needed to happen, and we'll have to see if two public companies, they're both public companies, Brett, the ones.
Both of Dolphin is only like 100-something million market cap, even after going nuts, and the Hall of Fame's like a 500 million market cap. So they're both. I see like. I don't know. I think everything is like $1 billion or plus on NASDAQ and these exchanges. So I see like 100 million NFT. It worked with TCAT. I mean, why not try it again?
That's crazy. So the NFL Hall of Fame is a publicly traded company?
It's some extremely closely affiliated entity to the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if they own the Hall of Fame under the umbrella or how it works, but it's in Canton. It's the same thing.
Well, speaking of cryptocurrency, I mean, this show, it's hard to get to the stock market, Matt Glantz. I'm sorry, because there's just banger after banger this year, with FTX dropping, I think it's 135 million or so. Is that figure correct? To name the Miami Heat Arena, formerly American Airlines Arena, I believe, and now renamed for 20-ish years, 19 years.
Is it that long? That's a steal, I feel. 135 million for 20 years, so it's like 7 million a year.
Is that a steal? That's 135 to more. You can buy a dolphin company or whatever for that price. Or
for the amount of money FTX is making, I think that's that's nothing.
Well, they're trying to break into the U.S. market, right? So this is big for them because, for instance, this week I signed up for an FTX.US account. To my dismay, the point of me signing up for that account was to buy the FTT coin. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, it's not legally possible. So I set up the US account. I bought Bitcoin with it, trying to trade it into FTT, and I can't buy FTT on FTX.US account.
You guys got to be pissed off about regulation. You really do. Just because every little thing like this shuts out Americans, North Koreans, Iranians, wherever you are in an financially oppressive regime like that, then you can't access these brand new products that are essentially designed to pump. I mean, the FTX buy and burn process.
That might be why that's probably why the regulators ban it.
Why would you not want to get in on that? Like, I mean, part of
Well,
that
there's no
FTT
magic.
token,
If something's designed to pump, there's no magic like this thing is going to go up because we designed it this certain way. So, I mean, that's not. If I'm a regulator, I don't hear, "Hey, this thing's designed to pump. Why won't you let us trade it?" I'm not like, "Oh yeah, my mistake."
I mean, something like a total scam, sure, but like when the quote designed to pump, I mean, similar to the S&P 500 is essentially designed to pump as well, where you have a buy and burn from a company that just, like you just said, Brett, shits out tons of money. I mean, this like FTX is just doing billions and billions of volume. They take a percentage of every trade. It's very legitimate, and then they take a percentage of that and buy the FTT token. It's almost like a sneaky,
they hate the burn though. The regulators hate burning. Like a lot of crypto projects have run into burn because it's a security. If you're burning it, you're treating it like a security is their logic.
So like, I think that's the main point. Okay, so then if you burn it, then okay, we treat it like a security. Why is that bad then? You know, why can't people get in on FTX? Yeah. Like, why can't people get in on this big ass, you know, eating everything, eating derivatives, eating exchange? I don't know. Sorry, Matt, that you can't get in. That does suck. And
it'll go crazy if it does open to the US though. If they can somehow start selling these, and I'm sure they're working on it. If they can start selling these tokens to the US market, that's a lot of money that would come in and buy FTT.
Very interesting. The arena will be named did they say the name? Is it FTX Arena? Is that where so the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing? They're going to be paying FTT tokens? It's not
the
true.
Heat.
The Heat, fine. Whatever. Number one fan. And the Heat are going to be there in FTX Arena. Every shot made is an extra. You get a fee reduced. No, it's not true either. Okay, Disney. Matt Glantz, we finally have something about the actual stock market. Disney hammering another nail in AMC's coffin.
So Disney Plus is just crushing. Disney Plus is the Netflix for Disney that's comparable to Netflix, but it all has all of Disney's catalogs, you know, everything a kid could ever want. So like households, like you have to have, if you have kids under 12 years old, you have to have Disney Plus. You don't have to have Netflix. So they're crushing. They're going to continue to crush. I don't think there's any way that dynamic's going to change. But the CEO came out and said, look, we're not going to be going back into the movie theaters like these big productions like we were. We're just going to put them on Disney Plus. Like we're just happy. Obviously, they're making just as much money or more going with the Disney Plus subscription. They don't have to go to theaters. So this is bad news for AMC, bad news for Regal. A lot of people own AMC because it's been a hot stock with the GME and the Reddit stuff. But AMC stock, guys, is not worth much. When, you know, it was a pick of the day for me 2 weeks ago, but specifically, if you go back there, I said, you know, it was like 11 or 12 or something. This is just for a trade until the stimulus checks arrive next week. And we saw AMC go up to like 14 or 15. I got out early. I got out like 13, and now it's back down to 10. You just can't own AMC. The debt is too much. You know, the bonds are probably worth good money on AMC, but the stock, the equity is not worth that much.
So since the stimmy checks have essentially they're already in, they've already stopped, or I don't know how you want to say it, where people have already deposited and fired. Then you see GameStop now down at 145, down 20% today. They also did have earnings yesterday. I don't even really care. I mean, I don't know if anybody cares about earnings. But the meme stock's over? Are they over for now or for?
Well, I think it's pretty clear right now that the stimulus checks didn't all go into the stock market like they did a year ago. People need it for other things. People are planning trips. People are going out to eat, whatever. But a year ago, they were stuck inside. They're happy to put in the stock market. This time around, it seems like a much lower percentage of stimmy checks are going into the market. And I think a lot of people, everyone in the market was caught off guard with this, and that's why the market's lingering. All the tech stocks have been going down the last couple of weeks, and people are just, you know, surprised that this retail money's not hitting the market.
It said GameStop reported $1.34 in earnings yesterday. That actually seems very good. I don't know if, you know, I know you have to really unpack those numbers, and I haven't yet, but
GameStop is another company where the bonds are probably worth good money, but the equity is worth nothing. The stock's not worth that much. They're going to do an equity raise. Unlike AMC, which has a huge ton of debt. GameStop doesn't have that much debt, which basically means that, a week from now, you're going to see them raise a bunch of money. They're going to offer a secondary offer stock and raise a lot of money, incur some debt. So the stock's going to, it's almost unimaginable. The stock's not going to be lower 2 weeks from now than it is right now at 145. Obviously they could do a short squeeze kind of thing, but only 15% of the float's short right now. So it doesn't seem possible that, they can come up with new tricks to run it up. But if they don't, the stock's going to be lower for sure, a lot lower.
All right. Meme stocks, got to be careful with the AMCs, GMEs of the world. I guess Nokia and all the other BlackBerry, I haven't heard anything out of those in a while. But anyway, so the stimmy checks are cashed and maybe they didn't all sail in. And I believe, Tony, the producer, why don't you, yep, there it is. He always is ready to get to the bag. And let's drop into the Market Mania mailbag.
Right on. Okay, first question coming from chat from Metal Doctor. For me, how long does platinum maintain a value beneath gold? Godspeed, sweet prince, he says. All right. Thanks, Metal Doctor. Platinum is an interesting metal of the noble golds. It has been beneath gold for a while. Now, the reason gold's price has been low is because I believe it's highly manipulated. And for platinum to be beneath that, I don't see platinum as being as manipulated. The problem with platinum is it's got some competitors. Rhodium and palladium can do a lot of what platinum does. So the minute platinum starts to get really expensive, people start buying the other two metals. For platinum to get above gold, first we'd need real price discovery in gold and silver, and then we'd need real scarcity and lack of alternatives for platinum. So I like platinum. I think all precious metals are going up. It's a great store of value. I don't know if it will ever get above gold. I just see gold as the primary.
I think 50 Cent handled this question great. He said, I don't really care if it's platinum or white gold, as long as the VS bling, look at that light show. So he's saying go either way. You can't go wrong.
And we're going to need to get a scientist here because there's a little bit more science behind that than markets. But yeah, this is, Market Mania is an all-encompassing show. We do it all. What else you got in that bag, Tony?
Rollerbraid is asking, would the Hall of Fame even need to pay royalties to the players? Is that even a consideration they'd have to worry about?
Well,
they might have some deal with like the Players Association or the Retired Players Association. I think they're two separate entities potentially. There's the active and then retired. Historically, the NFL has not done a great job of taking care of their retired players. There's a lot of people that have like medical bills because the salaries weren't a lot back then. And there have been lawsuits against the NFL where you're making all this money now. Like you should kind of take care of the people that paved the way for these contracts and this amount of money in the league now. They haven't. So I don't know. I don't necessarily trust them to do the right thing, but maybe.
We need to get a lawyer on the show, too, to see those contracts and see if the Players Association does have any claim to the Hall of Fame, monies. I have no idea.
Well, if I keep running my mouth, we're going to need a lawyer anyway. So I'll leave it up to you guys to find that person. Let's get to the picks.
All right. Safety glasses on, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Do Your Own Research market. This is not investment advice. Market Mania pick of the day. Finally, remember the old pods, and we can now affix the Do Your Own Research. This is not investment advice hat, and Matt Glantz, pick of the day.
DNN, Denison Mines, $1.08 now. Uranium play, nuclear energy, love it for the next turn up in the energy sector. This is one of those future energy plays.
Nuclear energy, turn up. Brett Ritchie, what is your pick of the day?
I'm rolling with the Hall of Fame, man. The hop on the NFT thing worked out with TCAT. I'm running the same playbook here. I split into this and also Dolphin, but the Hall of Fame's going to be my pick because I think it's a little safer.
All right. We have the NFT pumps coming in. And for me, it's always a surprise, even though I put it in there. We're going to go with the MMEDF, the mind medicine whatnots with the psychedelics for your mental health. company. We'll see if I think there might be a pump there. There's a weed pump and there's a psychedelic pump maybe later. People forgot about it from a couple weeks ago. It goes down. And that's mine. So that will do it for today. It is Wednesday, March 24th, and we appreciate all of your patronage here on Market Mania. We are going to, as always, leave you with one of the hot new tracks out there, and this one is going to come from Humpback Chunk. I believe, do I have that right, Brett? Humpback Chunk?
Yeah, Humpback Chunk, man. She's dope.
And what, it's a really, really interesting song. I mean, fantastic. Let me just pull it up here because I don't want to miss this one. It is from her new track, and this is a hot one, Bitchy Mood, also known as I Just Nutted. And it goes something like this. It says, I like to fuck, I like to rub, or make you just nut, or slap on your butt. Damn, I just nutted. Like and subscribe to this show right here on YouTube. Follow us at Market Mania Show on both Twitter and TikTok. We'll see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it's lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury of how we're turning, where I would turn it. Can't lie like it's to be burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine you to look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind, was afraid of the time. Strobe lights like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about tonight?